Poems by Mike Keenan. The Dog with the Collar. We sped along the highway near a wooded stretch. A chain-link fence our thin horizon. And beyond it, in a clearing's brutal stage, a pack of wild dogs brought down a deer. And what etched itself in my mind's dark screen was not the deer nor the red spray of earth, but the collar, the shining tag swinging on the throat of one brute. The glint of ownership. A trace of the hearth fire. The leash, the bowl. The human hand once stroking its ear. It turned its head toward me. Eyes not savage enough, wavering, uneasy, as though ashamed of the feast. Caught between obedience and abandon. Torn like us, between duty and blood's demand. That glance cut deeper than the kill. It whispered what games conceal. The linebacker's hit, fist raised in triumph. The roar of a crowd calling carnage a dance. We polish the surface with rules and praise, but beneath the jersey and anthem, a tremor of teeth remains. How else do we explain fire-bombed cities raining ash, the shadows of children seared on stone, the father with arms outstretched in flame? We dress it as strategy, wrap it in medals, but the hound knows better. For miles we drove in silence, tasting the air, metallic, raw, as if the kill clung to our tongues. Life is not portioned out neatly on porcelain plates. It comes whole, torn, steaming, warm blood pooling thick, marking the ground with memory, signifying the bargain of existence, that to live, something must die. This has been our liturgy, whether whispered in forests or shouted in arenas or carried in ritual across centuries. The savage who devoured Braebuff's heart was not so different. A man grasping for power, for spirit, for union with something greater than his own hunger. It is terrible and sacred, an endless feast where human spirit, half domesticated, half wild, gnaws at the marrow of its own truth. The Dog with the Collar. When I saw The Dog with the Collar, I thought of Dostoevsky and Conrad, a creature straddling two worlds, reminding me of my own divided nature. The animal embodies order and chaos, hearth and hunt, the leash and the fang. That glance across the fence, the violence of the moment, combined with the way civilization itself is a fragile skin stretched over something older and darker. A photograph I can never forget is the iconic black and white depiction of naked Vietnamese children running from an American napalm attack, made light of in the movie Apocalypse Now. The roar of a football stadium or a boxing ring is never far removed from the Roman amphitheater. The ritual is sanctioned, domesticated, dressed in uniforms and anthems, but beneath it lies the same hunger for vicious spectacle, that filled arenas with lions and gladiators. The dog turning its head from the kill is not unlike the crowd that looks away when the body crumples, half guilty at enjoying the violence, half convinced it is noble. The bombing of Dresden or Hiroshima, the fire-consuming stone and flesh, was justified as strategy, as necessity. Yet the act remained an eruption of the primitive in the heart of the modern. We forge treaties and codes, but in moments of pressure the mask slips, and wildness breaks through. Our rituals of war, sport, and sacrifice are variations of the same ancient feast, where humanity tries to reconcile its split nature. The collar gleams as an artifact of care and belonging, yet around the neck of a predator, it becomes an emblem of contradiction. It asks us to look at ourselves, tamed by culture, yet gnawing at the marrow of existence. Like the dog, we are caught between the leash and the wilderness, trying to make sense of the terrible and the sacred that live together in our blood. If you enjoyed this poem and meditation, send your feedback and comments, and stay tuned for the next poem.